Oh, it gives you a preview. You guys. I feel like we should just wait a few seconds to see if anyone joins. I don't know if anyone will. It's close to midnight.
It's almost midnight.
Yeah, we were just together and we were creating some stuff for you all. And then we're like, oh, we'll just check in with everyone if they're awake. And if not, we'll just hang out with ourselves.
It's kind of like how we started, right? It was like, should we just make an event and do it tomorrow? What if it's just the two of us? Oh, somebody joined.
Oh, excellent. How do we see who it is?
Who's
Oh,
there?
there's two.
Oh, yay! And then we're like, yeah, even if it's just the two of us, just talking to each other, talking to ourselves, we're good.
Do you guys feel like saying hi so we can see who you are? I love those little hearts. Well, we felt like just sharing some silence with you all in presence. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Lay. How do you say that?
Lilea.
Lilea? Are we saying that right? That sounds pretty though, Lilea.
And Coco.
Hi, Coco. So, yeah, we were just being in silence ourselves and just felt like we could get on here and we could all share some space together. And we also felt inspired to talk about some stuff that we can talk about after. So maybe just for the next however long, you guys just want to join us in stillness. And just dropping into your heart space. Noticing your breath. The way your ribs move on their own. Giving you breath. Giving you life. You're so taken care of. Can you drop deeper into your heart on your exhalation? Can you feel the buzzing of aliveness around you? I can feel it. Can you rest there? And just notice that you are. You just are. What do you feel there? Do you feel expansion? Do you feel peace? Do you feel sadness or pain? Can you just be with it, whatever's there? Can you see how safe you are to just be with whatever's there? There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. You always just are. Can you rest there now? Do you feel distracted? Does it feel hard to hold this nothingness? Just notice that and drop it. Detach from that. Can you just let that be while you be as you are? Can you relax even deeper? Can you let go even more? Can you open? Just breathe out whatever is agitating your body, whatever is running your mind. Just breathe it out. Drop it into the heart. Are you feeling good? Can you milk that feeling? Can you learn yourself in that space?
Mm-hmm.
You can feel however you want to feel. What are you choosing in this moment? What are you creating by your feelings? It's time to let go of what no longer serves your highest vision. Can you feel the freedom in that? What are you choosing in this moment? In this moment? In this moment? In this moment? If your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. In and out. In and out. It breathes itself. Just notice that. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. And see if you can keep that same feeling now as we come back. And notice what you're creating. Are you holding that same frequency? If you felt good while you were meditating, did something change? And why did it change if it did? Can you see how you chose that change? So Callie and I, um, we just wanted to hop on and spend some time and share some space with you all, and to just remind you to keep practicing how you feel. In our first call, was that yesterday?
I think so.
I guess yesterday, we mentioned in the practice to tune into your highest vision on your highest timeline. And maybe that's something that you already have clarity on what that looks like. And maybe you don't, but either way, you can get a sense of what that would feel like. And to just tune into that feeling as much as you can, embody that feeling. You have the power to do this. You have the power to hold any frequency for any infinite amount of time just because you want to. And so we're inviting you to practice this. So how do you want the practice to be?
Like, for me, it's really about, like, how bad do you want this? You know, for me, before it was like I would listen to the videos and like kind of get hooked on the words or the concepts of like, yeah, I know what that is. I know what that is. But such a shift happens when we choose to do this in every single moment. We become so aware, like so aware in every single moment of what we're choosing to feel. Even this morning, there is this point where I noticed I've been having this pattern of seeing the stress and anxiety, like this nervous energy around my field and how it's been affecting my expression. And as soon as I saw that, it was like almost like a sinking feeling. And then it was like, as soon as I noticed that sinking feeling, it was just tapping into that and relaxing into that, dropping in that we don't have to just feel this when we sit maybe 3 times a day or however often it is that you're able to like maybe have a sitting practice, but how can we bring it into every moment? And so even as I was like walking to the beach, it was just tuning in and making that choice. So if you can make that choice in every single moment, see how you're actually choosing it in every single moment, and just keep on relaxing into it.
So we're really inviting you to like set a timer or do something, and every hour on the hour, can you stop and can you feel a feeling that you want to feel and just practice that. I think Bentinho also recommends this. Like, this is what he says something similar.
Yeah, like I did a practice once with him that he recommended that was really life changing. It was really beautiful, and we could utilize it in this group of. He said for you could set a timer for like 2 hours, like, and you can do an interval timer. So every minute, you can have a little ring go off, and so in every minute, like when you hear the dinger go, like choose the frequency that you want. And then, another minute will go by and you'll hear another bell. And it's like, okay, could you choose a higher frequency? Or could you return to that frequency? Or return to what it is that you want to choose in that moment. And just keep doing this like every minute, every minute, every minute. And it starts to like, you'll start to notice, and it really started to shift. And it can bring up a lot. Like, and I actually gave this to a lot of the clients that I was seeing at the time to practice this. And for some people, it was really challenging of like, oh no, I can't think of something in this minute. Like, oh my God, I can't think of a higher frequency. How could I go higher than this? And it started to bring up all of these concerns. Or for some people, it was like they were able to access like some memories, or they were able to access some access points for them to help hold that higher frequency. Maybe thinking of a pet or thinking of some memories in the past to help hold that frequency. Um, but it's a great reminder. So the more that you can do it, the better. Like, so you could practice this timer or like every hour or.
Yeah, so it's like what even makes it easier is like wake up in the morning and pick a feeling. So depending on how you feel that day, sometimes you can declare, oh, I want to feel excited, or I want to feel peaceful, or I want to feel at ease. Whatever it is that feels good for you for that day, pick that feeling. And then throughout the day, you know, every hour, can you stop for just a minute and like tell yourself to feel that feeling and genuinely embody it and feel that, and
Mm.
just practice that like over and over and over again. um, and if every hour feels like too much for you to start, then can you do that for like 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes before bed, just to keep practicing that. And our vision and our intention, and what we're holding very strongly for all of you, is to really get to a point where you're in this deep meditative powerful place, literally on all waking hours, and
Mm.
you can choose the frequency that you wish to feel, and which basically is the like building blocks of creation into form, like manifestation. Pick whatever you want to feel all the freaking time, all the time. Like, you can do this, and I'm holding this for you because I know it's possible.
and
Because,
this
yeah.
I know, and especially do it like, I find this so helpful. The second that you notice that you're not feeling good, or that a stress comes in or a thought comes in that's overwhelming, this is especially when we want to use the practice. Because as soon as we follow that one negative thought or that one feeling or that one emotion, we open up a whole timeline and it can just spiral us down. So especially in those moments, it's like, how can we really stay dedicated, really make that strong declaration, like every moment that we can choose, we have this choice.
Yeah, and Callie actually was mentioning to me that I should talk about that, like talk about
Mm.
how thoughts actually work and how they're so powerful, because the second you choose one single thought, you're literally creating that entire universe. And I was going into it with her a couple days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and she was just encouraging me to share all that with you guys. So maybe at some point I'll dive deeper into that, so we can really start to understand how powerful our thoughts are. And I remember I used to always hear that, and I used to be like, oh yeah, whatever, like, okay, that's great, but like they're just thoughts, like they're not that powerful. They don't mean anything really. There's like a billion people on the planet, like who cares? But that's so far from the truth. That's so far from the power that you actually hold to literally create worlds with a single thought, with a single thought. And so in every moment, like, ask yourself, what am I creating right now? What world am I creating in this moment by the thoughts that I'm
Mm.
choosing to believe?
And when we can really slow down and have time for this practice, whether it's walking into your daily life or taking time to just sit here together, um, when we slow down, we get to see how many thoughts there are and what kinds of thoughts are running.
And it's shocking.
Yeah, there's so many. There can be so many. Or it just runs on autopilot. So it's like you're not even used to it. You're like, oh yeah, I don't think that much. Like, because compared to how I was a few years ago, it's like not that many. And then it's like, oh wait, wow.
There's so many heavy thoughts. So many heavy thoughts that like most of us are running and we don't even notice them because they're so on autopilot that it's just habitual and we don't even notice that that's there. So really slowing down. And so many people have this like, underlying anxiety or this underlying kind of offness about them and they don't know what it is. But actually it's because these thoughts that you're not conscious of are running. They're just running on their own. And so when we can really learn how to master our mind in combination with our heart space, it becomes a really, really powerful tool for really quick shifting and really quick manifestation on the planet. And that's what the planet is asking for. It's asking for us to step up and assist it in shifting to something better. And that's our vision for this group, because really feeling into how this community is ready and getting ready to shift from like the really deep healing process into really powerful creation, whether or not you feel like you are ready for that, or whether or not you feel clear enough or confident enough to do that. It's okay. It's just we're learning how to do both at the same time instead of just like sitting there and like having more and more stuff come up. And that's perfect. It's beautiful. And it happens until you truly see that it's not more and more stuff. It's the same stuff that you keep creating over
again
and over.
And again.
So when you stop creating it, you can clear it out like extremely, extremely quickly. So that's what our intention is for all of us as a community, and what we feel so excited and honored to support you guys with. And
also please like share in the group, like share what's coming up, like any challenges or any successes, like what's been working for you. Maybe you guys have your own little like, I don't know, practices or what you do to help maintain that frequency. Like we want to hear.
Yeah.
So use this group as that tool.
Yeah, we would love to support you guys in the group. And if you feel like there's something coming up that you need support with, or that you would like feedback on, we're here for you guys. It's just coming from our hearts. Like my heart of hearts just loves you all so much. And yeah, if I can support in some way, like I'm so honored to do that. And yeah, so just do the practice, see what comes up, see how long you can hold your frequency for, and what makes you think you don't, and start to look at that and post it if you feel like it'll help you get clarity, and ask for support, because we're all in this together. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say? We've been almost a half hour now.
Wow. It's almost midnight.
Yeah. So we love you all so much.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, and we set the weekly calls to Thursdays at noon for now. So
yeah, it seems like most
Pacific
people,
time.
Yeah, most people were happy with Thursdays at noon Pacific Standard timing. So we're gonna stick with that, and if it causes issues, we can always change it in the future. But that kind of seemed like the most accessible to whoever responded to that post.
my one answer poll makes it easier to choose. Love you guys.
Have a fabulous night or morning or whenever you watch this. And yeah, so we'll see you guys soon. Love you.